Well, hello everyone. Welcome to P.B.M. Vending. 781. That is the new credit score I found out that I've got. And if you remember, we're playing a game called 800. That's the score we're shooting for. And it's going a lot quicker than I thought, because when we started about 3 weeks ago, I was in the 730s. And so I was trying to think back of what has really changed. And there are a couple things that have changed, but next month there should be more things that change. Okay, so what's changed from last month to this month is I put $500 down on a $1,500 balance on a credit card that had a $3,000 limit. Now, here's the odd thing about it. This credit card I've had for years, and it had a $3,000 limit on it. Well, the end of last month, the bank told me that they had increased my limit to $6,000. That's good. So I took that $1,500 balance and it went from a 50% utilization rate to $25 just because they increased the limit. But here's the thing. The payment showed up on the credit report, but the increase in the balance still has not shown up. It still shows a $3,000 limit. So that ought to come next month. But the payment did show, and it went from 50% utilization down to about 33% utilization. So I sat down and did the math, and really all I needed is $350 to get that bad boy down to 6% or 7% on that card. But just to cover the interest, I'm going to write a check this month for $400, so that ought to be another thing that happens. But for this month, we paid $500 down. And when you look at your credit reports, it lists the things that happened, you know, and there was 2 or 3. I mean, like, my outstanding balances went down by 600 and something. My utilization went down. I mean, all the right things, but I didn't do anything. So next month, so anyway, we went from 730 to 791 in a little over a month. I haven't done the math, but it's 50 something, 60 something points. So next month, or this month actually, the $3,000 credit limit increase I hope comes through. That'll boost up utilization. We're going to make a $400 payment. I'm going to go through now. I've added some cards. They've got them all recorded except one. So this month what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through there and clean up the straggling balances. Like, I noticed there's a $10 payment, and I'm sure that that's the difference between statement cutoff and reporting time to the credit bureau. So those ought to be cleaned up, because my whole game here is with the credit cards is to build utilization, build my credit, and cash back, cash bonuses. Now I've gotten all the things that I wanted. By the way, I said in a video not too long ago that I missed it. I was wrong. I went back and checked. I did get it. And I've got, so when I'm done paying the cash off on these, I'm going to have 2, 3 everyday cards for a while. the double cash back from Citi, the Discover card for the next couple of months because they're doing 5% back on gas, and I can't think of the name of the other one. Oh, American Express. And that one we're going to use for groceries. And then once the 5% is off, we're going to use it for gas because it's 3% on gas. But we're going to pay off all those little balances. And so not only should we have the $3,000 added to that, but we ought to have the American Express card added, and that credit line was around $9,000. So we ought to increase that by to $12,000 utilization. We ought to increase that by $12,000 next month. So with everything that we're doing, I'm thinking we're going to get there pretty darn quick. I was thinking we were looking at 6 months to a year, but I'm thinking we could be there this month. But however it goes, I told you that was the game, and that I would keep you updated. Now, I just want to do some house cleaning stuff here. I may do a video on all of this, but remember the great sticker shock? That I went through a whole series of things about paying $2 for these stickers for your machine, and I came up with a way to get, and it would cost me like 50 cents per sticker. Well, I found a new way, and it's going to be a lot cheaper. I'm going to get a piece of legal paper, and I bought a whole bunch of these stickers, okay, different ones. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick them all on a piece of paper. Kind of like that. Then I'm going to make a photocopy. Actually, I'm going to make probably 4 or 5 photocopies, and then I'm going to take that and put that in a folder, and that's going to be my original. And then when I want one, I'm just going to go to the piece of paper, cut it out, and stick it on the inside of the machine with 3-sided tape or 2-sided tape all the way around. And one of those copies will cost me $1, and I can probably get 20 stickers on there. So that's going to cost me $0.05 a piece. Okay, when we started this vending, I had the good fortune for joining Sam Clubs Plus. When you join, they ask you if you want to do Plus. I told them no originally, and then I went home and found out that you can't get gumballs in the store. You have to order them. So I went back, I joined Plus. It costs $100 a year, but you get free delivery to your house. That's worth it to me. Well, I jumped too fast. I went to do an order this week, and I've noticed they've started playing a game with me. The things that I order now are only available in the store. Like all of a sudden, peanut M&Ms you can't get anywhere else but the store. And regular M&Ms. And I went to get gumballs, and they were out of stock. So they're playing games with me, which is a dumb time to do it because my bill's coming up here. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait and see. I mean, there could be another reason other than they're just trying to save money and get my bill. I don't know. But we'll find that out. And I actually got some machines from a guy. I bought part of a route, and he only had one key for all the machines, which is fine. It only takes one key. but there was like 8 or 9 machines, and so for the first time ever, I bought keys, and I've done a video showing you how I put my keys, one for each machine, in an envelope. So I went away and I bought, and it came taped like this in an envelope, and they weren't much, $4, $5, $6 a piece. But but you had to go to the company, and you had to have the number, and they cut it for you and send it to you, and I don't know what it cost, but now I've got 7 keys that ought to last me longer than the machines, I would think. Even if I lose half of them, I can still carry them on my key ring if I have to. But those are the 3 house cleaning things I wanted to cover. I wanted to bring you up to speed on the 800 game, and that ought to do it. If you like the video, reach down there and hit the subscribe if you would please, and share it, and hit the notifications so when we do videos you'll know. Well, you guys have a great week, and happy vending!